This is a fun, if simple, action sports title. You're the BMX Airmaster, and you have 3 different BMX disciplines in which to show off your skills. You will pull 720s on the half pipe, do double and triple backflips off of the quarter pipe, and soar gracefully through the air across the ramp jump. And as with everything in life, he who has the high score wins. You will be spending the bulk of your time on the half pipe. You have 90 seconds to pull as many tricks as possible. This is accomplished by rocking the joystick back and forth to pick up speed and launching off the ramp. Once airborne, you rotate your bike by pressing a direction before getting your bike back into position to make a safe landing. If you happen to be going in the wrong direction, a simple button press with flip your bike around, which is important since you can't leap to the heavens above you if you aren't facing forward. The real fun begins once you have picked up a lot of speed and fly off the top of the screen and into the clouds above. Doing this allows you to do inhuman moves, like a 2160, 6 full rotations for those of you who are bad at math and don't have a calculator handy. Provided you don't crash 5 times in that 90 seconds, you will be off to the next level. On the quarter pipe, you have 3 chances to fly skyward and collect points. The play mechanics are the same as the half pipe, where you gain speed and do tricks in the air. The best way to achieve higher scores is to start doing front flips, so once your front or back wheel lands, you will bounce up in the air, allowing you more time to rack up points. It's easy to get 2 or 3 extra bounces, while still giving yourself enough time to get in landing position. Once you make your 3 jumps, and provided you haven't wiped out a total of 5 times, you are on to the next level. The final stop on your BMX journey is a tropical pier that has a ramp jump set up. This is by far the weakest of the 3 events in terms of gameplay, but the strongest in the sense that you get to hang out in an island paradise. I'm assuming that this is the golden celebrity years for your BMX biker, since he does a couple of short easy passes before going off to hang out with the bikini-clad island residents, not pictured for obvious reasons. If you still have lives left after 3 jumps, it's back to the half pipe to continue building your score. While BMX Airmaster does contain some nice 2600 graphics, it's important to note that the game was released in 1989. Of course, by 1989, the NES and the Genesis were both on the market, so comparing BMX Airmaster to other titles of the day is kind of like taking a knife to a nuke fight. The box features a helmet-clad BMX racer who is in the heat of battle and looks like something out of a 1980s bike magazine. The manual is bare bones, which isn't surprising given the incredibly late release on the system, so the company was trying to save as much money as possible. Atari also released a version of this game in a red cartridge variation, and it is incredibly rare compared to the TNT game's release. In this Q*bert clone, you are in control of a bubble that must bounce around a 6x6 grid, changing the color of the floor panels. Standing in your way is a constant barrage of sharp pins that descend from the top of the screen, and a deformed space invader-looking creature called the Bubble Eater. Apparently, just before embarking on this quest to change the color of the tiles, our hero the Bubble did a whole lot of blow, because man is he, hyper. Whereas Q*bert takes his sweet time jumping from space to space, Bubble can clear an entire row in under a second. Early on it seems like you have an unfair advantage, however it doesn't take long for you to be thankful for that speed, as your nemesis the Bubble Eater has some quickness to him as well. While there are only 6 levels in the game, each level requires you to completely change the color of 5 boards before moving on. The first level is the simplest, where you just have to touch each tile in any order you like. The next couple of levels forces you to clear a specific row before you can affect any of the others. If you make it to the 4th level, the real fun begins, as every time you land on a square, it changes color. This means you have to plan your movements carefully, or spend eternity retracing your steps trying to figure out how to solve the puzzle you have created for yourself, while dodging pins and being chased at that. The game ramps up the difficulty further after that by combining the previous tweaks to the rules. As fate would have it, your deadliest enemy is also your only friend in the game. The pin can get annoying, especially as you attempt to clear the top row of the board since the pin randomly appears before descending straight down. The upside to the pin is that if you can time it just right, you can get it to land on the Bubble Eater, which disables him for a few seconds. It is also possible to lure him into the line of fire, since once he gets going, he will pursue you like his life depends on it. Even with the color-changing variations, Boing still feels like a cheap Q*bert clone. Outside of the insane speed of the bubble, it doesn't make any significant changes or improvements to the game it is emulating. The box artwork might just be the worst in the entire 2600 catalog. There's a cheap-looking, low-quality logo at the top of the box, with the rest of the front being consumed by a screenshot from the game. The manual is lackluster as well, with only a couple pages of text to inform you about the game. Given that this is the only release from First Star Software, it comes as no surprise that the game is incredibly rare. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more Game Encyclopedia videos.